Okay, today's topic is the road to product creator. This can be any type of product. It can be visual, artistic, or physical, like a piece of electronic or engineering. Just kind of just gonna do an overlay of that. So, like every day, children and young adults, and even older adults, we go to school or some type of training to gain knowledge. Yet, deep down, most people dream to creating something new. We hear about people talk about flying cars or just better cars. We do have like what cars, we do have like sensors on there to prevent accidents, but I think like just for myself and thinking of being a creator, if I can create it to where if a car is about to impact another car, such as like if there's a magnetic device that the car will hit instead of for hitting the other car. One car will be damaged, but the other one won't. There's like a lot of technical things with that, but that's just what I'm talking about. And we'll go through some other things, such as like right now, one of the biggest breakthroughs that is needed is in biofuels and biogases. That is the true renewable energy. Solar, wind, and others good, but biofuels and biogas is a real thing. People actually use it for a minute. And biofuels can come from plants, animals, but it also can come from human waste. Human waste can be used to make biogas on it, off the methane that comes off that, and that can come from human and animals. It's produced every day. It's something that will always be produced in its energy from that methane. So that's just like the creative idea of creating something that is needed. Okay, and most new inventions and the best up or and even the best upgrades to existing products are rooted in problem solving. Every breakthrough begins with one essential step, clearly understanding the problem that needs to be solved. Once the problem is defined, innovation becomes a deliberate process instead of a lucky accident. The best products are born from paying attention to what people struggle with. For example, when people are using tape, glue, or makeshift tools to fix the same problem, that's a signal. That's something that you should look at, like an issue that people are currently having. For example, people with their smoke detectors constantly beeping. That would be like a big invention of that, which they've already invented, but apparently we need a more improvement because people still have that problem. Okay, so study the system, who, why, constraints, frequency. Okay, this is where you shift from forensic mode to break the problem down. Who has the problem? Um, why why the problem exists or why the product exists, and why do we want to solve this problem? What are constraints? What are preventing us from solving this problem? Such as I would say, well, like a constraint, just think of plastic bags at a grocery store. They ban them here in California because they say the plastic is polluting the land. Well, a easy invention with that would be to uh, make the plastics out of hemp, but there's a constraint against using hemp by the government for some crazy reason. And then also, you want to know how frequency is this issue? Like, how many people would it help? Or yeah, sort of like that. Because if it's a frequent problem and you solve it, then you can help a lot of people or save a company a lot of money from that frequent problem. Okay, so if you do find or have an idea of how to solve a problem, okay, first you got to come up with the prototype, and the first version should be simple. You're not building the final product; you're testing whether your solution actually works. Speed matters more than perfection, so you just want to get your idea created so people can get an idea of where you're going. Like I was saying with the plastic bags, we go from plastic, we go to hemp, which biodegrades and is better for the planet, can break it down quicker. Oil and the plastic does break down, it just takes too long. for it, but hemp would break out faster. So you would create your own hemp plastic bags. That way you can show it to members of the government to get them approved for sale in the U.S. I mean, this can be worldwide too, as well. And one issue that causes creators problems is um, they usually build in isolation. They don't get feedback on their products early, but you want the feedback early. You want to show your prototype to people who experience the problem, such as like a car issue. You want to show it to car mechanics, or if you are a car mechanic and you found a solution to a problem, you want to show it to like your buddies at work and just people at your job just to see what you came up with. Their reactions will tell you what to fix, what to remove, and whether the product is worth pursuing. So if you're a creator and you created a solution to a problem, you need people that really understand that problem. They're in it every day. You want to get their feedback so you can fix the problems that they see with it, and that way it makes your product worth pursuing. Now after you've got the feedback, you want to refine it. This is where you shift from just being a basic inventor, and this is where the engineering part comes into, because you're building something that can survive real world use and not just a concept. You always want a product you can give it to an everyday person. I hate to say it this way, you want a product that a fifth grader or a third grader can solve, how they can see it and understand what it is, and easy to use, easy use. Unfortunately, that's what people all want. They want something that's very easy, that they don't really have to think a lot about to do. Fortunately, you have to protect your work. Not every product needs a patent, but every creator needs a protection strategy. This step is about understanding how to secure your work and your advantage. This is mainly because people will steal your work, something you came up with, pass it out as their own. You do the work, you come up with it, you show it to somebody, and next thing you know, you see somebody else coming up, hey, that was my product, and that's the guy I showed it to. He's passing it off as his, or it'd be like a knockoff of it. Stealing intellectual property is a big thing, and it does happen, and it's a big issue that is currently being passed around in the country and overseas. People just stealing people's intellectual property, which people just think, oh, they're just copying it, but people put a lot of work into creating that. You put a lot of work in creating that, so you need to make sure that you're protecting your products. Okay. There's no single right path. Some creators want full control. Other creators want royalties. Oh, let me back up real quick. Okay, so when being a creator, you can just create something and then just sell it to somebody. You can partner with somebody. You can set it up to where it's licensed out to people. Or you could just be the simple manufacturer of the product that another company sells or uses. There's no single right path. Some creators want full control, others want royalties, others want a fast exit. Your business model should match your personality and resources. It's basically like if you have the money to manufacture it and get it out there, and you do it. But if you don't have much money, but it's a good product, you can go with a partner that will manufacture your product. Build your story. People don't buy products, they buy meaning. Your story matters. The origin, the mission, the transformation. This is where creators become founders. Yeah, you see this a lot in cartoons. I mean, not cartoons, commercials, where they tell the background of the person to go along with the product that was built on it for it. But yes, you to get your product out there to people. It's good to have a story attached to it. Okay, now it's time to launch the product. No product is perfect at launch. The creators who win are the ones who keep improving. So after you create your product, you don't just want to say done. done with it. For instance, the iPhone, we are now like they have the iPhone 20 or something now. Uh, they're making changes, but it's just an idea that you want to keep improving. Not to say that every iPhone that comes out improves, but that's the idea. You always want to have a new, little bit better product that solves it. Keep improving. I would say buy an iPhone every 10 years now to see actually a drastic improvement or something like that. But as a creator, you always want to keep improving your product. Okay, and another way for being a creator here, there's an evolution process. Because going back to the beginning where I was saying you have to know product, some of the biggest people that know about problems are mechanics. Mechanics, they fix things every day, such as like if you're a car mechanic, and if you're working on just like tire issues or rotor issues that go with the tire, or just simple things like headlights, and you come up with you see this constant problem, then or a mechanic or engineer, so you come up with the problem, you're a mechanic or engineer, and then you create a solution. I'm sorry, let me back up. Okay, so you're a mechanic, you just work about fixing things. From a mechanic, you'll become an engineer. From engineering, that's like an innovator of already a product that you see and you know see better. And then from an engineer, you become a creator. And then from a creator, you become a founder. You can see that kind of like with Jeff Bezos, how he's the founder of Amazon. That is a perfect example. Yeah, and just going back to what I've been saying, every product you've ever used started with someone noticing a problem. If you can do that and follow the process, you can create something new, valuable, and impactful. And that's what we really need in a country. We don't need better employees. I think that's where America changed. Before, we had a lot of people that wanted their own business, wanted to be creators of it, and that's one thing I do like YouTube. Is some people are just jumping on, but people, I think once they start doing content, it changes your mind just a little bit, and you kind of like, this is something I have to I have to plan out what I'm trying to do, and it could lead to them to doing something even outside of YouTube, even through their job or something that they always wanted to do on it. Do with their life, fixing problems, especially worldwide. In this planet, we have so many problems that are just ready, but those are opportunities. They're just not problems. Those are opportunities for creators. Okay, so yeah, as I say on this, your road starts now. So just take a small step. If you see a problem that you've always wanted to fix, just get started to work on it, and just see where it takes you. Thank you.